going to be getting this on record so that we'll have a copy of it. So, Coach Pikki, we are happy we welcomed you. Thank you for accepting our invitation to join us live on Tea Talk with TNG. Of course, you know that we are actually right now on Zoom, and from Zoom, we stream it onto our Facebook platforms. Of course, with TNGlive, and from there, you can share it and you can tag all your friends and everybody. Yes, we were a little late. Again, a technical glitch, which we can't help sometimes. It happened just now with me, actually, with my internet. But we're back again, and everything is fine. And thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you're feeling good today.
I'm feeling great. Thank you.
You're looking lovely.
Thank you.
All right. So you have my partner in crime over here, Lester D'Souza. He's operating in the studio. He's alone today in the studio. He's looking good. He's got a lovely picture of you right beside him. So he's got company, I must say. Unlike you and me, we're sitting all alone.
Absolutely.
And in fact, Coach Pikki is in Dubai.
Yeah, she's right here. We could have actually we could have asked her to come over to the studio. Probably once COVID is settled down, we'll definitely work on having people right in our studio. And it'll be always nice. We'll be one big happy family there. Well, thank you for joining us. I know that you're in Dubai. Maybe we'll start off with some very casual questions. We've got a lot of people who'll be watching us, people who have questions probably. And if all our viewers are watching us there, we have, if you have any questions you'd like to ask Coach Pikki, please feel free to drop in a line or two in the comments section. We're going to try and keep an eye on the comments as much as we can. And we'll be happy to ask Coach your questions and get some answers from her. So whatever you feel like putting on, on the comments, please do so, because basically you'll ask her questions pertaining to what Coach Pikki does. So you've been seeing our flyer, which is on the talent networking group. So you have an idea of what Coach Pikki does. Lester did brief you just now about her. So we'll begin, Coach Pikki. First of all, it was a pleasure meeting you recently, and it's nice we've become friends. And I'm happy I have you as a friend, and you're with us now here, and you're part of our family. You're on TNG as well. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Coach Pikki, how long you've been in Dubai? Maybe we should start with that question, just to know how long you've been here.
About 22 years.
Oh, wow. All right. That's a long time.
Long time, yeah.
Nice.
Very long time.
Awesome. And where are you from originally, may I ask?
I'm from New Delhi, India.
Okay.
And I traveled a lot. My father was a diplomat. So we went to various countries and moved a lot. I speak German. I've done my master's in it. And a lot of cultures, a lot of places, a lot of stuff.
Very nice. So when you say you traveled a lot, which are the most important countries that you'd like to mention you traveled to?
Germany, because of the German language and the connection there.
So do you want to say something in German to one of our admins, moderators, KJ, who is an admin with us, and she lives in Germany. She's from Sri Lanka. She speaks German very well. So maybe you should say something in German to her.
Hallo KJ, wie geht's Ihnen? Alles okay bei Ihnen?
Oh, wow. What was that? Can you translate it now for all the others, including me? Very interesting. Okay, good. That was lovely. Thank you. And besides Germany, where else did you frequent? Which other countries you frequent the most?
Tanzania. That was posted there. So Tanzania, Australia, Nepal, Pakistan before the 71 war. So we were in Karachi. And then I visited Paris and US and all the Middle East countries and parts of China, Singapore, Southeast Asia.
And out of all these countries...
So why Dubai then, Coach Pikki?
Yes.
Why Dubai?
My husband moved here. We moved from Qatar. We were in Qatar working there. And then he got an opening here and we moved here. And that was that. So 22 years, down it.
Wow.
I'm sure Dubai is a favorite place to you. That's why you're here that long. But
yes.
Having said that, out of all the other countries you mentioned, so many of them, which is your favorite country?
My favorite country is India.
Yeah, being Indian, I would say definitely, I would say the same thing. But when you traveled...
yeah, apart from that, I would say UAE because I've lived here the longest.
Yeah, it's something like me. I mean, besides my
Yes.
home
Three
country,
cheers
India.
to UAE.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah, I mean, outside India, I think the only place I've spent so much of my life is in UAE, but particularly Dubai, because this is the only place I've lived in. I haven't lived in any of the other Emirates, even though I visit them. Yes, but yes, like you, have traveled the world. But again, whenever I travel, I always want to come back here. So I guess this is home to us.
Yeah.
Great. Lester, I'm going to hand it over to you if you want to ask a couple of questions, not as per the script or anything that we planned, because we didn't really
Well,
plan
we
much.
don't have a script, and
Exactly.
Alvin doesn't go by the script, so there's no script basically.
It's better that way,
Yeah.
because otherwise we'll be looking at a book or a sheet of paper and reading questions and answers. So, Pikki, we just want to make this a very informal get together, I would say, more than anything else. It's not an interview. It's not a session of grilling, nothing of the self. I mean, one day I hope we may start that. It's tea talk today, and one day we may have a session to grill people, for all we know, for fun anyway. But now we're just talking. It's a casual conversation. Feel free. If you feel something is not part of what you want to answer, please don't answer, not a problem, but we don't ask you anything out of the way. We will ask you some questions pertaining to what you do as we go further. But for now, I'll hand it over to Lester so he can do a little talking as well. Over to you, Lester.
Right. Thank you, Alvin. Coach Pikki, I was actually wondering, when Alvin said we're going to get Coach Pikki, he said, and he sent me your flyer, and I've gone through that. I would like to know from you, Coach Pikki, about your life journey and, why this career?
Okay. So a little bit about my background, as you know, already
Sure.
traveled a bit, and then I got into, I'm more a people person. So I got into public relations, the Trade Authority of India, worked with a lot of delegations because of the German language. And then I moved into front office of a computer center. And there I started doing placements. And once placements were done, from there I moved ahead into human resources. So I realized that the connection with the people is the most important factor for me. And that's where my soul lies. And so I moved into that and worked a lot in Qatar with a multinational, and then in Dubai with a couple of multinationals again, leading their human resources and setting up HR departments and the whole works. And that's where I realized I should get into coaching.
Wow. So basically, you must have gone through a course, right? So who was, integral in coaching you or mentoring you?
Okay. I would say credit goes to my father because when I was in Germany, the medium of instruction in school was German, and he made sure I had an English course coming from the UK, so I could do my English, learn Shakespeare, everything, the work. So it was like double work all the time. That time I used to cry and say, oh, it's too much. But I was 10, 11, 12. But my dad pushed me, and I'm so grateful for that. So he was my first coach.
Wow.
And I did do a course from Ericsson International, Canada. So I'm a certified coach also. So basically it is transformational and solution focused coaching. So I do that.
Awesome. Over to you, Alvin.
Well, Coach Pikki, the day I met you, I know I came up to you and had a chat with you, spoke to you a little bit and asked you what you do. That was the first evening I remember. That day, you told me you are a transformational coach. Honestly, I didn't understand what a coach was all about. And when we actually got Val Alino onto our talk show, and when she explained, to our viewers about what a coach does and why you need a coach, it was then I realized what a coach is all about. Honestly, I used to think, hey, come on, I mean, I can do what you do. What's wrong with it? There's nothing, yeah? I'll talk about you, get to know you a little bit. And once I get to know you, ask you questions about yourself, and then probably, with the same questions, form new questions around it and keep drilling you and getting answers out, and then probably giving you answers back. I thought it was that easy. Honestly, I didn't think that you had to study so much and do so much. So Val was pretty good in explaining to our viewers. Of course, you know that each time we have a show, we have different people watching us. We've got about 12,000 people on both our groups on Facebook. So we have, new people coming in, going out, and people keep listening. The video remains on the group, and it's always there for people to even go back and play and listen to it again. So I would ask you, if you don't mind, to just tell our viewers briefly, what exactly is the role of a coach? And when you call yourself a coach and you're saying that you're a transformational coach, just give them briefly what a coach does and what it takes to become a coach, if you don't mind.
Okay, the key to coaching is a single straightforward choice. You have to do one-on-one meetings with the leader, if you're doing with a leader, or if you're doing with an individual. And of course, you have team coaching also. So everybody knows about, hey, what is one-on-one meeting? We all know what it is. Tell us something more. Generally, the role is overlooked of coaching one-on-one leaders, because leaders think they know it all, right? So when we invest in asking the right question during our one-on-one meeting, our tendency is to micromanage our team, which can be avoided. So that needs to be avoided. For instance, we can ask, what is the latest on X? When will this be finished? And when are we likely to come, to the conclusion? It may sound overbearing. Choosing the right question, and the coach can help the person feel encouraged about their work and equipped to solve the problems ahead of them. So that is very important. So there are 4 things you have to know about. So when you're coaching one-on-one, you have to understand the current perception of their state. What state are they in? What is going on, right? So ask questions where the coach can get ample information about the coachee or the person's point of view, and see their work situation, or if it's a life situation, or they're stuck somewhere. It is very important to understand this. Otherwise, you won't be able to coach someone to make any progress. The second one is the ideal outcome of where they need to be. How does where you are currently to match up to where they need to be in terms of their performance? You want to get clear on what success is, and if the other person understands it. So a big part of coaching well is being in tune with what the person he ultimately cares about, their aspirations. That can help you ask questions to help him or her remember, and then zoom into it for themselves. So that's the second part. The third part is, what's holding you back? Where is the problem? Where is the block? So, is somebody unintentionally holding himself back? Has the person not even considered this to be a problem? Or hasn't he looked at it from another angle? The way you can help the person see it for yourself, how to solve the problem. Important is to focus on giving clarity by the questions a coach asks. You will help the person see the obstacles in a new light, come to the right conclusion themselves. So ask questions that reveal what's holding them back. Surprising and meaningful insights will come in. So you will be opened up to a big Pandora's box once both are relaxed. Yeah? So you may also learn that there are, in fact, things that the leader who actually is leading the team is unintentionally doing stuff to hold someone back from doing their best work. So that is also a possibility. Yeah? So the core is to, coaching is about helping individuals, teams, figure out something for themselves. So that's what is most important. A leader cannot do the work for the team. That's not his job. His job is to lead the team in the right way, in the right direction, with the right focus and the right mission vision. So that's what's important. So make the best team, help them, and coach them properly to solve their problems. And they should take the best choices on their own. There's no better way than that. That's what it is.
Awesome. Thank you for the explanation. That was
Wow.
very nice. It was good for everyone, including myself, by the way, to understand what exactly it takes to become a coach. One day I would love to become a coach. I'll have to come and maybe you, you should be
Most welcome. Yeah.
All right, that was good. That was good. That was really nice. Just one quick thing. I think there is a bit of an issue with your mic because we can hear you well, but there's a bit of a distortion. I mean, it's like cracking a little bit. So I don't know whether it is yeah, it could be also the hands-free that you're using because sometimes the mic is not very clear.
Okay, so maybe I should get out of the hands-free.
Yeah, if you probably can, maybe better just try so that it's clear. Unless you're in a public area and you don't want people to listen to the audio.
No, I'm in a meeting room.
So if you're in your laptop, I think you can speak directly without using the hands-free and try it. It may be a little clearer. Just try it and see if it's okay. I'll let you know. By the way, I have quite a lot of our admins as well who are online, and KJ has tuned in. She says, wow, Pikki, Seher Shon. Seher Shon? Whatever that means.
Seher Shon. It means very nice.
Oh, Seher Shon. Okay. And she's asking you, how long were you living in Germany?
I've removed the mic.
It's very clear
sounds
now.
better.
I was living there for 3 years in Hamburg.
Oh, you can tell her in German if you like, by the way.
Okay. Also ich habe 3 Jahre in Hamburg gelebt und dann habe ich auch in München 3 Monate und mit BASF habe ich 10 Jahre gearbeitet in Dubai, bin viel nach Frankfurt und Ludwigshafen geflogen, Heidelberg und alles, habe alles mitgemacht.
Whatever that was. I'm sure KJ understood. Now, KJ, you're listening, yeah? So now you can't be talking anything about us or anything that we can't understand in German. Immediately we'll go to Pikki and she's going to translate it. So Pikki, now that we, of course, because of COVID, a lot of people have been operating from home and people have been operating online, and platforms like Zoom and Facebook and YouTube have come up with a lot of solutions. But prior to that, what was the methods you used when it came to coaching? I mean, would you actually coach people on a one-on-one, face-to-face, or would you do it as a group or a corporate, a multinational, and what kind of sectors and segments? Like, yes, leaders also need coaching, for example, right? So me, if I'm a leader, if I run a business, right? Like, I mean, just my example, I'm a businessman. I have 8 people working for me. Now, of course, being a businessman, I know it all, right? So my staff have to listen to me because I'm the boss. But I may not be right in everything I say or do. I mean, after all, I'm human. I make mistakes. I may know the core business, yes, but there could be a lot of things pertaining to HR, to finance, to sales and marketing, to admin that I may not be good at. But thinking that I'm a businessman, I started the business. Hey, come on, I employed you. I gave you a job. So if I've done that part, I think I should know it all. So when it comes to actual coaching, and if you had to coach somebody like me, yeah, and obviously you coach me in a field that I need help, I guess, right? I mean, it's not an overall package. How would you come up to me? And if I told you, Pikki, I need some coaching, I need some help. Yeah. You come and ask me questions, obviously, right?
Okay, what I do is I initially give a 30-minute free session.
Okay.
Okay, and this can be done one-on-one if you want, or over BOTIM or Zoom, however. Yeah, so that's possible. So in that 30 minutes, you will get a glimpse and a feel of, is this for you? Do you want to go ahead with it?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I may do a small exercise to also see, you know, do you need coaching, or don't you need coaching, or am I the right coach for you? So it's a very open 30 minutes, and people are welcome to request me, and I can give 30 minutes. That's how I start.
So can I tell my viewers that, okay, viewers, as you just heard, Pikki would give you a 30-minute free session, and that could be online. I mean, even future sessions can be online based on how we work and operate today. So if any of you feel the need, I think, you know, I mean, like me, like I rightly said, I mean, I always thought I didn't need it, but you know what? I definitely need coaching in certain areas of my, you know, not just in business, even in personal life. Yeah, it could be in various different segments, because nobody's perfect. Nobody, even you being a coach, you know, you cannot say that you're a perfect person. Obviously, you would also turn to somebody for some kind of help, whether it's a talk or a shoulder to cry on, or even coaching for that matter. So a coach is also not a perfect person. So if any of you need something and need some help, and probably need to understand in what direction you need to get coached in, please reach out to us, not just me or Lester on the panel, but you can reach out to any of us on the admin and mod team. We have 15 of us over here. Put out your questions. We'd be more than happy to share an email address, or if Coach Pikki permits us, we'll share a number. Get in touch with her, get a free session, and see what you need. And as she rightly said, maybe she realizes you don't need a session. But if she realizes you do, she would be probably helpful in telling you what you need. And from there on, you can take it forward and see how that goes. So that's the best way that we can probably tell people. Today on this talk, we're just going to talk a few questions and get to know Pikki better, so that you all know her. And then probably whoever wants to get in touch with her can do so. So you basically, okay, so now you're doing it online. So after the 30-minute discussion, or whatever you call it, on a one-on-one, you would then go, I think, and devise a plan based on what you probably speak to that person, and then propose it to them, saying that, hey, this is what you would need, maybe by number of sessions or hours or minutes or days or whatever, and obviously a cost to it that we all understand. It's your business that you're doing, and then accordingly you would take it from there. So if it came to a one-on-one, I understand, I come to you, yes. But what if it came to group trainings and coaching and mentoring? Do you do something like that too?
Yes, I do. It can be, if nowadays there are seminars being held, so if required, it can be held together as a group. There's a very interesting workshop I do. It's called interdepartment communication, and it could be also interpeople communication, because it's about conflict management.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get everyone in the room, and then you try to brainstorm and get it out there, right?
Okay.
So that's pretty interesting too. So that's one of them which I do, apart from some others. So like the fish philosophy and all that.
I can understand. By the way, we have Val. She's been watching us, and
Hi, Val.
she's just sending me messages supporting you guys. I heard my name. Thanks. That's very sweet of you, Val. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Lester says hi to you. So we have one coach tuning in to the other coach. Very exciting. One coach sitting in Colombia all the way, and we've got the other one in Dubai. Such a lovely, lovely way of communicating. And I'm so glad that I've met her, and she's supporting you, Pikki, just like you did when she was with us live. And she says,
She's just lovely. She's just
very nice person. I mean, I chat with her pretty much every day, and such a wonderful lady. She's doing a lot of good work. In fact, I would love to talk about her, but since time is of concern here, she's even doing a lot of charitable work in where she lives with the poor people there who can't afford to even have 2 square meals a day.
Yeah.
And she asks people for help. By the way, she says, say hi to Lester and Pikki. I said, hola, and send my love, please. Yes, so I've done that part.
Yeah, love to you.
Yeah, love to you too.
Good. So what we're going to do now, I think we finished with our first half of our show. The second half, we'd like to get a little serious by going down and asking you questions pertaining to what you do. We've got a couple of questions we'd like to ask you between me and Lester. We'll just take a quick tea break. I think get yourself a nice cup of tea and let's get a nice, yeah.
I have something on the tea break.
Sure.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard of fika?
Sorry?
Fika. F-I-K-A.
Fika. No.
No.
Okay. So fika is a Swedish word, often interpreted as a coffee and a cake break. Okay. But it's much more than that. It's about taking a break from everything and getting on your team, on your show.
Okay.
So I choose today this time with Tea Talk as a virtual happy hour.
Oh, wow, lovely. That's a good one. Thank you. We're going to take a quick short break.
Okay.
Lester's going to play a couple of videos of our sponsors. We have to thank our sponsors. We have one of our sponsors who's there with us pretty much in every show. That's Melanta, has a company in music. He teaches music. His company is called River Sheen. He's based in Sri Lanka, but he teaches people music online. The other one who is our official media partner and a great supporter of TNG, not only TNG as a platform, but also the people who come on TNG. He recognizes talent. He writes about them. He gives them exposure. He's given us exposure. And that is Ivan, who is also based in Sri Lanka. And he is the editor for the newspaper called The Island. So he's been very supportive. Thank you, Ivan. In fact, he's watching us, Ivan Alvis. He's there with us. He was also there with us on our first year anniversary. So having said that, Lester, over to you, the studio. We'll take a quick break and come back in exactly 46 seconds, all right?
God.
Okay, 46 and a half.
That's precision, my friend. Here we go. We're going for a short break.
River Sheen, we bring out the music in you.
And we are back. Alvin is having a longer break, I think.
Not really, but I was busy looking for comments in the meanwhile. I wish I had the liberty of taking a bigger break and longer break like you, Lester.
There's Roland, one of our admins online, and he has a question. He says, "Hi, Pikki, what is the biggest challenge you helped one of your clients through?"
Okay. So, Roland, a very nice question. One of the biggest challenges I did was helping one of my clients who worked for a multinational, and she she was stuck in her job, in her role, though she was a senior manager, but she did not voice herself. So when I started coaching her, we did about 5 sessions, and she totally transformed. She became so vocal, her body language changed. She said, hey, I've got to be a go-getter now. With the tools I used, she said, this is just what I want. So she was even scared to do presentations to her directors or the management. But she pushed herself. She moved ahead and she did that. She achieved that. What was interesting is she was waiting for a promotion, which she did not get even after doing all this. So what happened next? She said, Pikki, now what? I said, who cares? We're going to apply for jobs. So I said, hey, this job, you need to apply now. Are you sure? Yes, applied. I said, this job is yours. She said, what a joke. I said, no, it's going to be yours. So I coached her on interview preparation, on how she needs to sit, how she needs to talk, with questions. And those questions were coming all along in the interviews. She had 3 rounds. Elimination of many candidates. She got the job. So she moved from Roche to AstraZeneca.
Wow.
That was like this for me.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's the applause. We have a lot of people in the studio. I just told you Lester's alone, but behind him, behind that screen, we've got a big audience over there. Well, let's say hi to
Yes.
Rosemary Joshi. She's joined us. She's been there. Paul Brooks is there. We've got Carlos Gabriel. We've got actually a lot of very interesting family members on the panel who are watching us, by the way, because these are all very good singers. They always come and perform on TNG, and they've been with us for a long time. Pretty much since we started TNG. Roland was also mentioning there, I just saw a message from him saying thank you. And he also says, he's telling everybody we are rebranding Tea Talk. So Pikki, even you, it would be nice, actually, we came up with the name, just out of the blue because we wanted to do a talk show and we didn't know what to call it. We called it Tea Talk. Yes, Lester has made a nice little commercial of a teacup and slurping of tea, which sounds, but it's fun. It's nice.
Sounds tempting.
So if you have any ideas, please, anybody listening to us, we're looking forward to rebranding Tea Talk that goes with what we do. So if you've been listening to us, you understand what we do and why we're here on Tea Talk. Give us some ideas. We'd love it. And we'll be happy to acknowledge that particular person who's given us a name. And if we select that particular name, we'll acknowledge it and give you credit.
I think Coach Pikki had already said, could we call it, what was it, Fika Talks?
Yeah, so yeah, we should make note of all these things and keep it, because one day I'm sure it will come in handy. Yeah. All right, so now that we said so much, I think let's begin with one question from my side. After that, I'm going to, hand the mic back to Lester. Now, of course, we did speak a lot of general stuff. We already spoke quite a few things which probably covered the questions we're going to be asking you. But since we're going to be more specific, it'll be probably easier for you to answer them as we go forward. Just to ask you, how would you identify the area of opportunities of a person you are coaching? I hope I made myself clear.
Yes.
Or was it tougher?
Like I said, by asking the right question. And also, like I said, to use tools in my coaching. So again, that 30 minutes is very important. It's really important to do the 30 minutes to understand which direction to go ahead. But sometimes what happens is you may even go ahead in the direction which you think is the right direction, something totally different comes out, and then you move there. So opportunities could be many, not just one. So the coach will help the coachee tap into those opportunities. It is all within the coachee. The coach is going to do the nudge. That's about it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I know you answered this earlier, but
Right.
now that we come to a question and answer, see, as I said, the next 30 minutes or 25 minutes, we'll get on to a little serious business about
Sure.
yourself and what you do.
Right.
So I think I've done with my first part. Lester, I'll hand it over to you for the next. If you have some questions, I don't know, but if you do, please feel free to ask
Yeah,
now.
sure. Okay. Coach Pikki, this is a bit personal. Is the life of a coach perfect?
Well, when we depict idealized an idealized life others should aspire to, we ignore the fact that most of us, our lives are really complicated. Each one of us, yeah. So most of the time, people are in the flow, coming alive, or living on a purpose, something like that. They are not going to the beach and sipping green tea or cocktails, right? Or doing endless yoga. So what each one of us is doing is maybe studying in a dim light, or making some food for the family, or being in a classroom full of restless children. So the answer to your question is, nobody's life is perfect. You got to make it the best you can and be happy the way you can be. So this is what I do every morning. Get up, be grateful for what I have, and move ahead with full zing.
Exactly. Wow.
That's a nice thing to do.
Inspiring.
I think
Yes.
when you wake up in the morning and you start your day in a positive manner, I think it'll help a lot. I mean, we always, in our
Exactly.
daily life, I think whether it's COVID or not, it doesn't matter. I think every day we have hurdles coming our way. I mean, it could be in any form. It doesn't mean hurdles are only because of somebody or something or finances. It could be anything and unexpected events as well. And I guess if we start our day positively and we think positive, we'll be able to overcome all those hurdles as we move on through the day. It's just that I think it's how we look at it. I think if we start looking at problems negatively, it's going to be a bigger problem, and bigger the problem, the worse it becomes for us. But if we look at it positively, I think that the problem could be so minute, we would just step over it and walk over it and not even realize it existed over there, for that matter.
Sometimes also you don't need to walk away from problems. You go for a walk.
True.
Right.
Take a break, come back. Maybe there's a solution.
True. And that time you walk probably also gives you time to think of other things that could be even better than the last one. Can I become a coach as well, Pikki?
So no hasty decisions, basically.
Sure.
Lester, Pikki said sure. I asked her if I can become a coach. All right.
Coach of perfumes.
Well, that's why you see I have my perfume bottles right next to me, because now I decided, I think let me show my perfume to the world, because this is a perfume which is actually a post-COVID launch. It's something I worked on during the COVID period, sitting at home, to tell people, hey, you know what? By sitting at home, it was not a dead period for us. It was not something that we sat and brooded over and regretted and told everybody, I'm worried, I don't know what to do. Life ended there. No, it didn't end there. It was a beginning. It was something that, gave us time to sit back and reflect and realize that, the monotonous life we had was probably something that we got too accustomed to. And we should have probably, taken a break during that tedious moment of ours, or those years and whatever we did in our lives. I think we didn't bother. All we did was every day woke up in the morning, did our regular stuff, went to work, came back in the evening, did what we had to do, eat our food, go to sleep, didn't care. Yeah, we got paid, we got our salaries. That was life. There's a lot more to it, I think. And this gave me, I would think that I would never be able to do a new product sitting in my house, but what you see up there is something that I worked on during the worst period of COVID. And I shouldn't use the word hope. I was corrected when I used the word hope. And I think it was Val who corrected me when we met at the hotel. And she said, don't use the word hope. When she asked me, are you coming to the Philippines for the one that all of you are going? And I want to join all of you in the Philippines. And I said, I hope I can make it. And she said, you don't say hope, say I will make it. So while this is for you, I will launch the line end of the year. Thank you very much. Coach Pikki.
Yeah.
Now, in an audience, how would you or anyone from an audience make a better decision? How could you or anyone from the audience make a better decision? If you were asked to make a decision, probably, and you're not sure about what the decision is going to be. Now, I can't ask you if you're a coach to tell me what I should be deciding or answering. But if you were in my place, and if you were sitting there and you had to make a decision, what would actually get you to make a decision when you're not even sure about it? I mean, and if you were put in a corner and told that you have to decide now, what would you do? As you as a person, I mean, whether a coach or not, I'm just asking you as Pikki Nanda.
So I would ask the question again from the person. I'll repeat the question again for myself, just to get everything inside me and understand it better. And if it's something that resonates with what I need to do, if it's important to you, Elvin, and if it's something your business depends upon or whatever, I think there's an opportunity in everything. So try to look at what you can gain out of it, not only for yourself, maybe for your team, maybe for wherever you are in the audience. So look at the opportunity in everything. It's very important. Yeah. The desired outcome could be, like I said, something totally which you say, hey, voila, I didn't realize this is it. This was it. So opportunity.
Yeah, I think you're right, because sometimes you make a decision, that decision is not only for yourself. There could be a decision made that could impact a lot more other people, whether it's your business work or lives or whatever. And I think that definitely is not the easiest part. Yeah. So you'll have to actually ask yourself and ask ask the one who's asking you to make the decision probably 100 more questions in order to make that right decision. So even if I asked you that, it wouldn't be easy for you to make a decision just like that way and say, yes, because it's me, I have to do it. All right, that's well said. There are times, I mean, you know, when I'm alone, and I also think about a lot of things I want to do. And I wonder, you know, and I say to myself, am I doing the right thing? Or the next day morning, I have a plan and I'm not sure whether I should be doing it or not. Sometimes I in the house itself, talking to my wife or daughter, sometimes they tell me, you know, they say, hey, you know what, maybe it's not the right thing you should be doing. And I'm like, yeah, but I did it the last time, because I always thought when I did it the previous time, I did the right thing. When in reality, it wasn't, but I thought it was right. You know, there were so many instances that happened at this with me, even today, I think, and yesterday, a few things on our group itself, where I actually thought that I was doing something which was right, but I was totally wrong. And I didn't realize it till one person actually opened my eyes, and that person opened my eyes and put it out, saying that, you know, this is why that person felt, you know, I won't say offended, but sad, is when I opened my eyes and I said to myself, oh my goodness, you know what? I thought there was nothing wrong with it. And I thought everybody with me would also think the same way. But one person, it took just one person to open my eyes and tell me, no, this is wrong. And I apologized and I said sorry, because then I realized I made a mistake. So many a time I feel that whenever I take a decision pertaining to business, particularly, I think I'm doing the right thing. In reality, I'm not. I don't listen to people. But you know what? Talking to people like you and Val, and I hope next week, I think we're going to be having Tanya Simmons as well, who will be joining us. I've asked Belinda to come online. You know her too. We all know all these people. And I think with all these, you know, people like you kindly coming and talking to us, you're opening our eyes as well. When I say ours, I'm talking about not only the people listening to you and watching you, I'm talking about my own self. It helps us a lot. So thank you very much. It really gives us, you know, a different outlook on our day-to-day activities as well. So thank you for that. Lester, over to you, Lester. You can go ahead with any questions.
Right. Thank you, Alvin. Coach Pikki, I would like to know, you know, how can you identify the area of opportunities of the person you are coaching?
I think
Is
we
that possible?
just answered it. Yeah.
You answered that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually pretty much, I think
answered it.
yeah. She just said that
Oh,
because
okay.
I think that was the first thing that I asked her too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in a
Oh,
different
okay,
way, I
okay.
asked it to her, but it was pretty much the same
Yeah.
question.
Okay, then just a simple question, but I think it will take some time to answer it. How
Okay.
can I worry less and enjoy life more?
How can?
How can I worry less and enjoy life
So we're
more?
talking about you, Lester?
Yes, it could be me, yes.
Okay.
I think in that case, sorry to interrupt, maybe you'll have to take a separate class and you'll have to pay her for that, Lester.
I was going to say that.
Well, maybe we start the 30
See,
minutes coaching session now.
I think, Pikki, now you can employ me as your assistant. I'll make sure that you get revenue even more, yeah?
No, marketing manager.
Oh, yeah. In any way you like, no problem. Call me whatever you want. All right, over to you.
So, how can you worry more and worry
No,
less
worry
and be
less.
happy?
Worry
yeah?
less and enjoy life
And
more.
enjoy life. What are you worrying about?
There are a lot of things which I worry about. I think, are we going to start the class now?
Yes, we're
30
going to do a
minutes?
mini.
More than starting the class, we'll get to know all his problems. Speak out, Lester.
Yeah, that's right. But this is going to be it should be a confidential one-on-one, right?
Okay, Lester, whenever you're ready, 30 minutes
Yes.
is yours.
I have your telephone number. Give you a call and yes, we can arrange that.
Yeah. But worrying less and being more happy is within you, Lester, or anyone else, definitely. We all tend to worry. We sometimes worry unnecessary. We don't even realize if we need to worry so much about things. Sometimes we just have to be in the moment, be in the present, be aware. What we do is we go into the past, we go into the future, and we are not here. So
Right.
that is the defined moment. You need to be here and be happy with whatever you're doing, like we are just now, happy to be here.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
is the
right.
happiest moments.
I think we have a few more people. Let's say hi to them. We've got Lalit again from Sri Lanka, good singer, performed in our group. We've got Judy Carroll, who just joined in. We've got Ernest Arthur Austin, who is a great supporter of TNG, by the way. He's there on every show, literally. He and his wife, great supporter. We've got a lot of people who are watching you, and I'm sure they are definitely gathering information and paying attention to what you're saying. And all of them are looking forward to Lester disclosing his problems, which he hasn't done yet. So
I
the
think
lighter
that's
side
going to
of
be maybe in the second episode with Coach Pikki.
It'll have to be private, Lester.
Yeah, I know. We'll
It'll
have
have
it
to
in
be
private.
private, yeah.
Exactly.
Did we, Lester, by the way, did we ask Coach Pikki who coached or mentored her? Did we ask her that?
Yes, we asked her that.
We did? We asked you that
Yeah.
already?
Yes.
So some things I
In
wanted to
fact,
ask Lester was one ahead of me. Huh? He's been asking you all the questions. Good.
By the way, Roland has asked another question.
Mhm.
And he says, hi, Pikki, what do you love about coaching the most?
Wow, very beautiful question. So what I love about coaching is the success of the person I'm coaching. If I can be instrumental in the success of someone I've coached, it's my success.
Very true.
That's what it is.
Wow, that was a good one. In fact, the same Roland also says, Lester, you would need at least 10 sessions, not one.
Okay, the tea talk is not about me. It's about Coach Pikki.
Good fun anyway. It was a lovely time talking to both of you, I must say. Good. I don't think this is the right thing to ask you, but just for viewers to know, Bab, let's say hi to Bab Smith. Hi, Bab. Thanks for joining us. Really nice to see you here. To give people an idea, I know it differs. I know definitely differs from person to person and the time it takes and probably how many sessions or whatever you have to do. But to give viewers an idea of what it would cost them. I mean, I'm not asking for fixed amounts, but just an idea so people understand it. So in case they want to get to you, they don't have to hesitate or they shouldn't think of just getting the 30 minutes and then getting worried about what the next one is going to be. You know what I mean? So it should be an open book for them as well. So just give them an idea so they know it. It'll
Sure.
help.
So the first 30 minutes is on the house, and then generally my session takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I limit it to that. And one session should be once a week or once in 10 days, right? Because the coachee also needs time to grasp everything and to reflect and to act. So there's a lot of work the coachee has to do. It's not just the coach pushing, but the coachee has to do a lot of work too. So I generally recommend, based on the 30 minutes, for 5 sessions initially. And then if required, another 5. But initially 5 sessions, right? Now, regarding the cost, that's easy. I do 5 sessions for about 1,300 dirham.
So that's 1,300 for the 5 sessions?
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad, because that in Indian rupees is about 25,000 rupees, which is 5,000 rupees a session. I don't think that's a lot of money when it's a one-on-one, because you do this one-on-one, right? It's not a group. Yeah, so that's a personal training session, which I think is not bad. So for our Indian viewers, that's about 25,000 rupees. For the other people, if you want to convert it, I think 1,300 dirhams is about $400 US. A little less than that, actually, a little less than $400 US for 5 sessions. But again, when you discuss with Pikki, please feel free and let her coach you. I just wanted her to give an idea. And I'm sure, Pikki, do you have a website that people can get onto?
The website is getting ready. It'll be coachpikki.com, but I am, my FB and Insta should be up 1st of June. And I'll share it with you then.
Lovely.
And then you can.
We'll put it on the group.
Yeah.
Judy Carroll.
I'm on my email. Coach
I think you're on email, you're on LinkedIn. I see you there as well. Judy Carroll, I'll just read a question, but I don't know if you want to answer this, because again, this is, I would recommend people asking personal questions to do it probably on a one-on-one with Pikki, because it'll be easier. But what she says is, I get disappointed for little things, little things. What should I do? I don't know whether this pertains to a coaching session, to be honest, but do you think you have an answer for her, Pikki?
So when you get disappointed for little things, how are you gonna make it to the big things? That's my answer to you. Take the 30 minutes with me and let's see what happens.
Good. So viewers, when you're watching this, please understand, I don't think it's a hard and fast rule that Pikki would say, hey, if you take 30 minutes free session with me, you need to take the next 5. Yes. If you find a benefit and she finds things that she could probably work on for your own good, then it's you who has to decide and come to her for the next 5 sessions and probably, get help. Because when I use the word help, it doesn't mean that without that you can't live. No, it's not that. It's just that you'll make yourself a better person. So like I rightly said about mistakes in my own life, I mean, I always think, and I'm being honest, I mean, I'm talking in public today and I'm saying it, nothing to be ashamed of. I always think that I'm right. I always think that I'm doing the right thing and I'm saying the right thing, but no, I'm not. It's just that I feel it. So I would love to take a few maybe classes with you and a few with Val and probably with the others, because each one of you has got your own forte. So, you're all different from one another. Otherwise, it's no use, all of you doing the same thing. So I'm sure I'm going to do this as well.
I would say is that people need to look at it as an investment in themselves, not as a cost. It is an investment in your own self.
I agree.
Is that important to you? What are you committed to working towards in this coming year and in the next year? Is that important to you?
True. Totally agree.
True.
So we have just another couple of minutes before we come to the end of this session. Roland was asking, I see Roland is the most active person here, because we want people to ask questions, because this, we want this to be more of an interactive session. Coming in future, Lester gave me an idea and he said, why don't we get people to actually call in? Unfortunately, here in Dubai, but WhatsApp doesn't work here. India, other countries, they're used to WhatsApp calls, right? So we're trying to tell people now they can download Kaizala, you can download Botan, you've got 2Talk, and there are many other apps that even work in Dubai. So for that, it's easy. You don't have to waste money to make a call, but it's a good idea, Lester. Thank you. To get people to come in and call us during our live sessions. So it'll be good to hear somebody's voice that you can actually listen to and answer back. So I hope we improve ourselves as we go forward. But Roland asked, hi, Pikki, what is the biggest obstacle you have overcome in your own life?
Wow. Good question, Roland. You're challenging me a lot.
I think he is. He's been sitting and working on his questions, I must say.
Yeah. Obstacles are generally within yourself. So I overcame a lot of difficulties within myself, and with various situations in life. But the main thing is that even when I was down, when you're down mentally or physically or whatever, financially, whatever it is, the positivity and the approach of moving ahead in your mind and not letting negativity hit you is most important. There are so many negative factors which are around you, and they will pull you down. But you got to move ahead. You don't have to get sucked in. So obstacles come and go, Roland. Don't get sucked in. Move ahead. Do that. That's what I did.
Well said. Thank you, Pikki. Roland, I hope you got your answer. Let's say hi to Lynette John. She's also one of our admins on TNG. We've got Pascal Moniz. Hey, Pascal, you should be asking a few questions. I'm sure Pascal will have a lot of questions.
Pascal can call in and ask a question.
Yeah, but he'll have a lot of questions. Yeah, Pascal, you can even call us. Yeah, you're in Dubai. So if you have any questions before we say bye to Pikki, feel free to come in and he'll put you on speakerphone. It'll be good to hear you. We've got Philalet Antonio De Castro. Hi, thanks for joining us. All right, now, Lester, I think we'll just have one more quick question from your side. And I think Pikki has already spent an hour. So the first 30 minutes were free. We'll get an invoice for the next 30. So you better start.
Well, you're the marketing manager, so you should try and...
What invoice is he going to get?
Exactly.
Well, if I'm the marketing manager, then I'd rather bill Lester in the studio. He'll have to pay us. Or he'll send us a bigger bill for using the studio. I think we'll have to bill
it to Roland because he's asking too many questions.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said, Pikki, I hope you don't mind. I mean, with us over here, as I told you, it's a very casual conversation. It's good to laugh a little bit, good to enjoy, good to be serious. Yeah. It's an all-in-one session, and we're just having fun at the same time. Yeah. Pikki, if you don't mind, a personal question again. I know I asked you this, but for our viewers, you have kids, and I think they're not in Dubai, right?
My elder son is in Mauritius. He is married to a Mauritian, and I have 3 grandchildren, a grandson and 2 granddaughter twins. And my youngest son lives in Abu Dhabi with his wife. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's here. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know that you were a grandmother, by the way.
I don't know it also, but I am.
Not bad.
I'm proud to be it. Yeah.
Good, lovely. Lester just asked you, is your sons watching the show?
Watching the show now.
I sent everyone the link. They're all supposed to watch.
Okay, we'll have to penalize them if they're not watching Mommy.
Yeah.
But very nice. So are your sons in any way taking after you in any small form?
My eldest son is quite into motivating himself and others. He is a hotelier, and he did a lot of reading and studying and attending a lot of classes. So he talks well, and he's got a lot of insightful stuff going on. And sometimes he coaches me, like when we're talking, like you said, you talk and then you discuss. So he's that way. And my younger one will give you one answer and say, okay, that's it, we got it. So they both have their ways. Yeah.
What's the older one's name, Pikki?
Puru Nanda.
Puru Nanda, if you're listening and watching your mom, she just mentioned that you are a motivational, inspirational person, because she said that when you speak, you have insights in what you speak about, and And if you are one that motivates, I think you should be on TNG, because what we do on TNG is exactly what she just said. All of us, what we believe in doing is motivating people. We motivate them, we encourage them, we inspire them, and we uplift them. That's what we do here. So if you're listening, I think you should be joining us as well. So make sure mom sends you the link. Get onto TNG. Lester, over to you, Lester.
Right. I have a question, and I'm not sure who will be answering it. Or maybe do I need another session? I'm not sure on that. So, well, how do I gain greater self-confidence?
How do you gain self-confidence?
Yeah, greater self-confidence.
Greater self-confidence.
Yes.
What's with your self-confidence now, Lester?
See, basically, it's actually really pushing me to come and, speak right now. I've pushed myself a lot in, many fields. And I've seen that after pushing myself, I actually accomplish what I'm doing. But this is also for the people who feel that, oh, they can't do it. So how do you, give them that confidence? How do they get that confidence? Just by going out and doing it?
That's one way. Another way is, as a coach, you have various methods you work with. So I've got some of my secrets
Okay.
and some of my tools which I use. So I do some exercises with them and use those tools and bring out the greater you. Your confidence level soars.
Wow.
Then, yeah.
I think I'm going to come to you for a 30 minutes free session, and
You're
then
most
we can
welcome.
discuss on that.
Most welcome. Anytime.
Oh, Lester, very
I
smart.
think Coach Alvin is so.
Coach Alvin now.
Well,
Yes.
Lester, you'll go for the 30-minute free one, but I'll ensure you go for the next 5 as well.
Yeah, provided I get a discount.
Well, that I'm
Oh.
sure we would be open to discuss even with our members, but that we leave it to her because.
Or maybe the members, yeah, we could, try a discount. Yeah.
Well, guys, if you're listening and you want to get to Pikki, and if you feel like you want to, please tell her that you heard her on the Tea Talk with TNG, and then she's not charging a lot of money for the 5 sessions, but again, it's up to her, or at the most, she may offer you a cup of tea at least.
That I will do for sure. No problem.
You can always have a virtual cup of tea, Lester, isn't it?
Oh, yes. No, we can go visit
There
her.
you are.
Yes, please do. Please.
Good. Well, we'll meet in person. I owe you that visit, I told you, or we'll probably meet up in my house. We live not too far away from each other, and Lester's quite close to me as well. We'll meet definitely. Well, Lester, any more questions? Otherwise, I think we should let Pikki, because I think we've taken already an hour of her time, more than an
past
hour.
the 1 hour mark, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I think if we don't have any more questions, and I do see a few of them coming in here, but I think we'll save that for some other time, and maybe they can ask you the questions. We'll send them your email address and they can probably talk to you one-on-one. Pikki, it was wonderful having you on our show. Thank you very much. What I like to see about you, I'm telling you honestly, when I met you and I'm seeing you now, you always smile. Keep that smile. It's beautiful, really.
I will. Thank you.
There's, we lose nothing to smile. I mean, no matter what pain we're going through, what troubles, whatever the case may be, but smiling actually, just by looking at the other person smiling, we get to smile automatically. And I love your smile. It's really very sweet.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. We appreciate everything that you spoke about today. We appreciate you answering questions, and we appreciate you disclosing what you charge and what you do normally. So to our viewers, feel free. If there's anything you need, come to us. You can get her email address, get in touch, get a free session. And if you need further sessions, please talk to Pikki. Pikki, once again, thank you very much. From me, it's going to be goodbye. Thank you again. We will meet you very soon. You have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself. I'll hand it over to Lester to say his byes.
Thanks,
After that, we'll come back again to say bye to everybody else.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Our pleasure.
Thank you, Pikki. I mean, it's been such a riveting session, and thank you for the wisdom, your experience, which you've shared, and the time you've been on TNGlive. Thank you so
Lester.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.
Lynette says, yes, Coach Pikki, awesome session. So people are talking about it, which is nice.
Fantastic.
Well, everyone, all our viewers, thank you for tuning in. I'm sure you gathered some good insights and information from Coach Pikki, who's been very kind to sit with us for an hour today and talk to all of us. As I always say before I finish, please, please, please take care no matter which country in the world you are, even if it's Dubai, America, Germany, or India for that matter. India is going through a tough time. We know it. We're all praying for all of you. But please do your little bit, which is taking precautions. And that is obviously wearing your mask regularly, sanitizing not just your hands, but any part that's exposed, actually. Please make sure that you take care of yourself, because what you're doing is not only taking care of yourself, but also your family, your neighbors, your friends, and in general, the entire population. So please make sure that you take care of yourselves and protect yourselves at all times. If it's a lockdown, stay at home as much as you have to. And when you have nothing to do, tune into TNG. Come and showcase your talents. We have given you the platform. It's your platform. Sit at home. Come and showcase your recorded talents on the Talent Networking Group or on TNGlive. Come and perform live. We are all there to cheer you guys up. We'll motivate you and make sure you have a great time. With that, from me, it's a bye. Lester, you can say your bye and play the ads after that. And we end the session for this evening. Thank you again, Pikki. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
both of
Pikki,
you.
and thank you everyone for
Thank you.
watching and tuning in. And please take your vaccination doses.
Oh, yes, I forgot that. Thank you, Lester. See, that's why I said, I need you. I need the backup.
We need each other.
Yes. Over to you, Lester, at the studio. Thank you, everybody.
I've been waiting all my life for someone like you, like you. I would watch the days go by, wasted in blue. I was out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air. And every day, every way, I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it up to the world. You got me all worked up, got me spinning. I'm crazy for love, crazy for love, crazy for crazy for love. Crazy for love. Whenever lost, whenever down, you know what to do. There's no mountain I won't climb to be right by your side, right by your side. Now every day, every night, I'm with you, I'm walking on air, and every day, I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it out to the world. You got me all worked
Yeah, Lester,
got me spinning. I'm
we're going to end the session. One good word I just saw from Ivan. Ivan is going to do a nice coverage on our first anniversary in the Island newspaper. Thank you, Ivan. We're looking forward to it. If you need anything from us, please feel free to ask us. Thank you. I'm going to end the session now. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Love to all of you from TNG.
Goodbye.
See you, Lester.
See you. Take care. Bye.